What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gerald from Bank of Gerald here with another video update. Today is Saturday, April the 1st, 2023. Today is a big day, of course, in Novatech. We're here to talk about Novatech in this video. We have some updates to bring. Before we get started into these updates, I want to remind all of you what I remind of you all the time. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and I'm not your financial advisor. All right, I'm just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I'm cranking out that crypto in many different platforms, nothing more and nothing less than that. Now, if you like this content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, we have some news about Novatech. Today is the day that we were expecting some news from Novatech about what to expect with trading accounts and the future of the company. All right. And they have delivered on their promise to give us an update on what that would be, what it will look like, and different things of that nature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Novatech News official page. All right. And this is stuff that was put out actually around 10:30 p.m. last night. Of course, it was April 1st somewhere around the world before it was here Eastern time. So this came out a little bit before it was April 1st in Eastern time, but nevertheless, it is here. And I want to go ahead and read this to you guys. I'm also going to show this to you. Pull up my Telegram. Give me 1 second. Right. And here we go. Dear member, all right, of course, there's breaking news here. Little eye catcher. Says, dear member, we want to first take a moment to thank our users who have trusted Novatech with their investments over the last 4 years and want to ensure all that we are committed to continue to thrive and prosper in this ever-changing environment. We recognize in order to do so that adaptation is a requirement of any business who wishes to remain relevant in the marketplace. With that said, we would like to provide our users with enhancements to our program, along with future guidelines for managing the flow of finances. Effective April 1st, 2023, we would like to announce the following changes to our existing compensation plan and briefly explain the mindset behind these changes. Number one, Novatech wishes to waive the service fee charge to our members for the months of April, May, and June. We appreciate the patience and encouragement our members have demonstrated over the past few months, and although it may seem a small token to most, we think it is only fair we offer this as a gesture of our appreciation. Please note, during this time, residual income, which is based on this fee, will also be suspended. And I'll sprinkle in my opinion of all of this after we're done reading it all. Just want to mention that. All right. Number two, indirect referral fees will be temporarily suspended. Number three, in return, direct referral fees will be increased by 50%. Please reference updated compensation plan in the back office. All right. So hopefully that information is already back there for us to look at if we choose to do so, when we choose to do so. Number four, the profit sharing pool will be temporarily suspended, resuming third quarter 2023. Please note, users must maintain current ranks in order to qualify for the pool. Lifetime ranks will no longer apply. We feel the above changes will help reward members who are actively investing and building with our business and wish to continue doing so, while eliminating unnecessary compensation that may cause further strain on our business model. In reference to current and future cash out requests and processing, we wish to honor our promise to resume trading cash out withdrawals as of April 1st, 2023. However, we also recognize the need to set parameters in doing so in order for us to resume at a normal, realistic flow of finances. Effective immediately, the following guidelines will be implemented until further notice. Number one, Bonus withdrawals will be limited to Mondays each week, 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. The goal is to pay all requests made during a specific week before the next withdrawal period begins. We understand this may take a reasonable period of time to adjust to. Number 2, trading withdrawals will be limited to the 1st to the 5th of every month. So that's saying trading withdrawals will be from the 1st to the 5th of every month, payable by the 30th of each month. Trading withdrawal requests will also be subject to the following guidelines. A, capital or trading balance requests will be limited to no more than 5% of trading balance for the month of April, increasing to 10% for the month of May, 15% for the month of June, and ongoing. So I'm guessing July will be 20, August will be 25, and so on and so forth. That's just my assumption. B, trading balance requests may only be made once a month. All right. C, a 5% withdrawal fee will apply to all trading cash out requests. D, new registrations may not request a trading balance withdrawal for the first 90 days. E, the 14-day cancellation policy is still in effect. All changes will apply for as long as needed till such time that Novatech feels these parameters can be adjusted. In order to prepare for the updates above, the following activities will begin to take place. 1, all existing trading balance requests will be returned to trading account and will be subject to the new guidelines. This will allow traders to also continue earning ROI on these balances. 2, all existing bonus balance requests made prior to March 14th will be canceled and also moved to the trading account. This will not only relieve Novatech of trying to continuously play catch up, but will also allow many users who express interest in doing so the ability to earn ROI on these balances as well. While we know some of these changes will take time to adjust to, we strongly believe we must adapt in order to ensure we continue to strive as a business. We again appreciate everyone's patience and value your trust. Reverend Cynthia Petition, CEO of Novatech. Now, it has it in different languages here as well. All right. Don't know all of these languages and what they are, but we at least see Spanish and French. So what we want to do is kind of go piece by piece with this, with my opinion. I'm just going to do it. I'm trying to do it as quickly as possible, but as clear as possible. All right. So we want to, first of all, clap it up for them doing what they said they're going to do and giving us an update on April 1st, not a day later. Short clap. So it says, we want to take a moment to thank us, the users who have been trusting them for the last 4 years. Yes, there are still people out there that believe that Novatech, even through all of these different changes, that they're believing that Novatech is here to stay. There are some people that don't believe that, and everyone is entitled to their own beliefs and their own opinions. But one thing that I really like about what Novatech is doing is they're taking the reins. All right. They're letting us know exactly what the deal is, what the parameters are. All right. And we follow suit. With this platform, I'd much rather follow suit than raise hell and it go away. Because what it's doing is nothing short of amazing, nothing short of unprecedented in this space, period. All right. So, of course, they recognized in order to adapt, they needed to change. I agree with that. Businesses have to change. This is not the same beast that it was 3 years ago, 2 years ago, even 1 year ago. This is a whole different animal. Novatech now is a household name all over the world. All right. And they're doing everything they can to protect their house. And I agree. So they implemented some things that went into effect today. Starting with the first thing, where they decided that they're going to waive the fees for everyone in April, May, and June. I got to clap that up. Now, as it might seem like it's a small gesture, right? It is something that shows that they care about us. Even though the majority of us that are in this platform are membership paying people, right? Majority of people, I believe, are not at that VIP level of 25K in their trading account to not have to worry about their membership fee. We get our membership fee waived every month. So although it may be a small gesture to some, it's a big gesture to a lot of people that are trying to build their accounts from the ground up. And I think that's a great start. All right. So for April, May, and June, they will be waiving the service fee that are charged to the members every month. Number 2, indirect referrals. Oh, so what they talk about in that first one is, please note, during this time, residual income, which is based on this fee, will also be suspended. Now, I want to say this before we really even get into some of this other stuff that they're going to talk about. A lot of people out there give us link sharers and YouTubers and social media people so much, y'all give us hell. And it's not really the people that are in the platform. It's really the people that are looking from the outside in. They're like, oh, all these YouTubers, they're just out here to make your money. They're just scammers and all this and that, right? Well, this is the move in the other direction. For those of us that are just interested in making money off of people, like everyone thinks that we are, we're having to sacrifice in this next section, okay? Because people that don't grow teams aren't worried about a residual income that is based on the service fees under them. They're not worried about that. They're not sharing this with anybody. They're just passive earners. Who does this affect? This affects the people that have grown teams. And quite honestly, I have no problem with it. If this is what allows Novatech to continue on through the years, have the service fee residual. You can keep it. Seriously, that's how I feel. Everybody ain't gonna feel that way. That's how I feel. Y'all can keep it. Whatever's gonna keep this around. Then getting into the next section, indirect referral fees will be temporarily suspended. Who are the people that are getting that? The leaders, the people that are out here sharing the opportunity with others, the people that get all the hate when things start going bad. Another sacrifice. And I don't have any special, I haven't talked to DAP or anything about these changes in particular or my opinion on them or anything like that. I'm sharing this raw from just reading it, just like you guys, right? And I can tell who this affects. It's the people like us. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't have that big of a problem with it at all. At all. So that's 1 and 2, right? In return, all right? In return, direct referral fees will be increased by 50%. So the people that are sharing this opportunity continuously still, that believe in it, like me, like me, they're going to give us a special opportunity. They understand that, you know, we are the ones that are kind of taking the hits. The people that are sharing and believe and that have been believing and have been sharing and have been updating people. We're the ones that are taking the hit from that first section, right? Those indirect referral fees could be vast for a lot of you. Those residual income from the fees that are the service fees could be vast for many of the leaders. And I do believe from a leadership level, they were willing to make that sacrifice in order to see Novatech continue to thrive. And I'm in that same vein. I'm willing to make that sacrifice. All right. So indirect referral fees temporarily suspended, increased by 50% on direct referral fees, which is going to be great. The profit sharing pool will be temporarily suspended. Again, who does that affect? That affects the top leaders. And it will be resuming in the third quarter of 2023. So this is a sacrifice that I believe that the top leaders have probably talked about making. They're like, look, we're good. We've done well. We've got our skin in the game. So our weekly is doing well. You know, our check matching is doing well. I don't see that affected here. So that's great. We're willing to sacrifice these portions of the compensation plan for to build this thing and have it be sustainable, have it be something we can count on for years and years to come. All right. So that's my opinion on that. Lifetime ranks will no longer apply. Please note, users must maintain current ranks in order to qualify for the pool. So whatever, if you're qualified for the pool, you got to maintain your rank. So got to have the volume, got to, you know, continue to help leaders, help people continue to grow in this platform. All right, let's move forward. In reference to current and future cash out requests. So now we're talking about the trading accounts and different stuff like that. All right. They want to honor what they said, right? They want people to have access to their trading accounts, but they are doing it in parameters. Okay. Effective immediately, the following guidelines will be implemented. So number one, the bonus withdrawals will be limited to Monday. We've already had a precursor to that. I believe over the last couple of weeks, they've given us till Wednesday, but hopefully they increase their systems and so that they can deal with all the people that are going to be withdrawing on Mondays. Now, if they were going to extend it from Monday to Wednesday on a consistent basis, I would hope that that's what they said. But if they're not, then I would also hope that they have their systems in place to be able to handle hundreds of thousands of people that are going to be going in here and pulling out their bonus money. All right. It says the goal is to pay all requests during a specific week before the next withdrawal period begins. So before that next Monday, their hope and their goal is to make sure that everyone that did withdrawals in the time that they were supposed to get paid. Now, this is not the only platform that we're in that does things kind of like this, right? They do it in a way where, hey, the one withdrawal per week, make sure you get paid during the week. And then, of course, by the next withdrawal, you've already gotten paid from the last week, and you can do another withdrawal if you choose to do so. This is all our choice. At least these are the choices that they give us anyway. Trading account. So let's get into that. Trading withdrawals will be limited to the first to the 5th. So from the 1st to the 5th of every month, you'll be able to do your trading account withdrawals, payable by the 30th of each month. So you should be receiving it by the end of the month. So it gives you a little bit of precursor. You do it anytime between the 1st and the 5th of the month. You should be getting it by the end of the month. Now, some months have less than 30 days. Some months have, well, one month had less than 30 days. Some months have more than 30 days. All right. So just pay attention. If you get your trading account withdrawals in on time, then some of these parameters will apply to you. So capital trading balance. So your trading balance request will be limited to no more than 5% of the trading balance for the month of April. All right. So say if you're one of those people like myself, might happen to have over $100,000 in your trading account balance. You're only allowed to pull out 5% of that in April. So if I need, what is that, $5,000? Then I'll be able to do that. Pull that out. The next month, if I need $10,000, because it'll increase to 10%, and I'll have that. And if I want to do $15,000 next month, I should be able to do that as well, and so on and so forth. It says trading balance requests may only be made once a month. All right. 5% of withdrawal fee will apply to all trading cash out requests. Not unfamiliar at all. We've seen that in many things. A withdrawal fee. Why not? It's another stream of income that's going to help Novatech stay around. New registrations may not request a trading balance for the first 90 days, right? You have to keep your money in for at least 90 days if this is something that you're going to decide to do. All right. And this is all your decision for new people. All right. New registrations, all you new people that have been watching Novatech from the fence, kind of watching us go through these different things. You know, they're saying you have the opportunity. New builders, if you're interested, they're doing 50% on direct referral fees. So that's going to be cool to see how that breaks down the compensation plan. And we'll probably do another video to talk about that. The 14-day cancellation policy is still in effect. So if you want to cancel your account in the first 14 days of you starting it, you have the ability to do so. All right. And then it says next, all these changes will apply for as long as needed, till such time that Novatech feels the parameters can be adjusted. I want to remind everyone that this is Novatech's choice. It's their company. We don't own this company. They own this company. So if they decide that they want this to go on for a year, then it goes on for a year. 6 months, 6 months. All right. They've just given us parameters, and I'd rather this be here for us to work through the parameters than for it to just been what everybody else on the FUD, on the FUD train thinks it is some Ponzi scheme that's just going to pull money and run away. Right. I'd rather be able to work in these parameters than for it to do like some people think it's going to do. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. So, all right. So the changes. All existing trading balance requests will be turned to trading accounts and will be subject to the new guidelines. So if you had a trading account request that was still in the queue as of today, should be moving back to your trading account. All right. Some of it was kind of stuck and people were like, well, I've wasted all this time. It could have been earning, could have been this, could have been that. So it's going to be moved back. All right. So hopefully you will be able to earn from this point forward. Now, all existing bonus balance requests made prior to March 14th. So if you made them before March 14th, they will be canceled, and they'll also be moved to the trading account. All right. So if you made a withdrawal request before the 14th and he still hasn't gotten it yet, right? It could be a lot of you. It's going to be moved back into your trading account. All right. If that inconveniences you, then that's just what we have to kind of deal with. There's nothing that I can do. Of course, they have set the parameters. So this is Novatech's choice. I believe with a little bit of time, you might be glad that you did this. Of course, with the next few weeks and them doing withdrawals from the bonus accounts on a regular basis and getting them paid out, I feel like only time will tell how the community will feel. We'll see how we feel at the end of April after they've done this for a month, in May and June. We've got the whole summer to kind of see how we feel about the changes that Novatech is making right now on April 1st. All right. Now it says right after that, while we know some of the changes are going to take time to adjust to, like we just spoke about, strongly believe that we must adapt in order to ensure we continue to strive as a business. I personally believe, this is BOJ's opinion, and I'm going to get on out of here. My opinion is I like these changes. I believe that they were a step in the right direction to keep this thing around. All right. There's a lot of people that are praying for the downfall of Novatech. All right. I'm not one of them. I'm one of those people that believe that Novatech is going to be here for years to come. I'm also not going to spend a whole lot of time bragging and boasting and saying, oh, Novatech did this and that. No, we're just going to ride the wave. We're going to, we're involved in many different things here at BOJ. So we're also always diversified. So even if the worst news came out today, like Novatech is over, thank you for your time, we're going to be sending you all your money, or we may not be sending you all your money, it's some big Ponzi scheme or whatever the word negative could have been, right? And some of you see this positive as a negative, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's a positive. Some of you will see it as a negative. But regardless, only time will tell. None of us have a crystal ball. But what I'm willing to do here, BOJ, is continue to talk about what's good and what's bad, and the good and bad and the ugly. And we just keep riding the wave, because I believe that Novatech is going to be here. Now, everyone has to make their own decisions, okay? Everyone has to decide whether this is worth it for you. And then the parameters that they've set in place, if you want to take advantage of them, do it by all means, because then we have case study on whether Novatech is doing what they said they're going to do. All right. That's what time is going to have to prove to all of us, whatever it is that wherever we stand on this Novatech fence in these guidelines and parameters that they've set up. Those of you that are going to test those and see what happens, you go for it and you do that. As long as you stay in the parameters, hopefully everything works out great for you. For me, here's my plan, what my plan has been. On a weekly basis, I have my ROI on an auto deposit, right? I've done that for this whole time that we've been through this kind of weird fuddish phase, probably since the end of, I did one withdrawal that I got, a big withdrawal, and then I did one more withdrawal. So I've done 2 withdrawals from Novatech, I believe this year, right? And from those times, other times I've just re-entered and recompounded and different things of that nature. What I believe I'll do now is when we start next week, I'm going to start taking some of my bonus withdrawals, probably for the month of April, just because I want to, there's certain things that I want to do. I've built my trading balance to a place where I feel like it can do some things on its own. All it's got to do is kind of, if I want to put some more money in there, I can. But from what we built over this fuddish time, and me just deciding, hey, I'm going to just go roll it in, I think we're at a place right now where I'm going to take advantage of some of the withdrawals that come from Novatech. And I'll have some good things to say, hopefully, about the withdrawal process in Novatech. And then we'll reassess in May. We'll see how we are in May. We'll see how this month goes in growth. And me personally, I still believe that this is a platform that is going to change a lot of people's lives, not even just the people that are already involved, but there are going to be some new people that come in and take this thing by storm and see what it's been through over the last few months and really take it and say, you know what, I think I can add to this, or I think that this is something I can bring to my people. For those of you that feel that way, I'm going to be here on YouTube talking about the good, bad, and the ugly of Novatech as long as they let me, right? And if they decide that they're going to go private or something like that, like some of the other communities have, trust me, there will be a way for me to have an outlet, and we'll talk about that outlet when the day comes. Some of you have already got a good grasp on what that probably will be. Those of you that watch me, for those, you'll just have to keep on watching and figure it out. But I'm ecstatic and excited to see that people are still getting paid from Novatech, even though there's so many people out here that don't believe what Novatech is doing, and we understand. I'm not naive now. I know the space. I've been in it long enough to understand the good, bad, and the ugly, what we've seen. But what I do believe in is quality people. I do believe that there are some quality opportunities out here that are worth people's time. And then 3, of course, I do believe that this space does have some gems when it's like it can be a diamond in the rough. I do believe that Novatech is one of those diamonds in the rough. It survived for me in a time where I definitely needed it too, and I'm not going to abandon it now. Why would I do that? Especially now that I feel like the changes that they've made are only going to help Novatech stay around for even longer. So with that being said, please put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all your wallets, because crypto is indeed the wild, wild west, y'all. And if you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked. All right, ask me how I know. It's not very fun at all. If you like this content, hit subscribe. You want to be notified, hit the bell. And please, sir, please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp, man. All right, I will see y'all in the next video. This is Novatech. Peace out.